Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Jonathan. So today I'm going to be doing some bagging and boarding of some original Star Wars action figure cards. I figured I would do that along with talk a little bit about what's going on in my personal life and why I pretty much haven't been on YouTube for a while. Um, that's pretty much what I'll do. I ended up obviously buying a collection of Star Wars cards. I don't know, maybe a year ago or so. I think I showed some of these already on YouTube. These are ones that I'm actually keeping for my collection. So right now, I'm just going to go through bagging and boarding and pretty much, like I said, talking about channel discussion. But these are some of the original Power of the Force cards. Ended up buying some bags and boards on Amazon, and I figured, like I said, I would do some bagging and boarding as well as showing pretty much off the collection now. Originally, there was like 92 cards. If you look at the back of the Power of the Force series, there was originally 92 that you could collect. There have obviously been more. I think there's like 95 in the US. So I'm not sure if I'm going to collect all of them. But that's pretty much what I'm doing this morning, bagging and boarding. So this past week I've been sick. My family has been sick. And so I haven't really had much time to go on. My daughter had the flu B virus. Thought things were going to be better, kind of work itself on its own. Ended up having to go to the doctor. I ended up getting sick this past week. It's been kind of a rough week for me. I've been dealing with a lot of aches and pains, typical things that you deal with, with what I thought was the flu. Ended up going to the doctor and ended up getting diagnosed with upper respiratory infection. So that's more or less why I haven't been too much on this past week. I've been just trying to rest and relax. Pretty much, kind of miss being on YouTube, miss checking out everybody's channels. But like I said, the family has been pretty important with trying to recuperate. And I guess part of the reason is also, not too many people know, but when I was doing my 100 subscriber giveaway announcement, I had announced that, we were having a baby. And so I kind of went ahead and deleted that 100 subscriber giveaway contest because I was kind of embarrassed with the way that ended up working out as far as, that video. But, we had a child, she's 5 months now. Went through a lot of scares, with the birthing process. My daughter actually had to stay in the hospital, I want to say like 12 to 14 days. It was a really hard ordeal for our family, having to go to and from the hospital. It was like the first time ever that, one of my children were not able to come home, immediately with us. So she was having breathing complications when she was born. They actually had to take her away and put her in the NICU. So she was basically there without us for, like I said, I think it was almost like 2 weeks. So that was, like I said, very, very hard for us to deal with, having to go to and from the hospital. They kind of gave us no clear plan as to when we would get her or when she would come home. So that was pretty hard, on us as a family. Been a lot of financial worries and stuff with not knowing what's going on, especially when you have a child that's, in the hospital. Not really sure what bills you'd be responsible for. I mean, right now we're got a lot of bills, and just taking things one day at a time. So that's been my main focus right now is my family. I've been trying to, list a lot on eBay. Just really haven't had much time to be spending, within the community, watching people's videos and content. And that's part of the reason why I've been not as active as I normally would be. Originally that's all I did was support people's channels when I first, joined YouTube. Never really anticipated to become like a comic book channel. I was more or less joining YouTube because I had like resale videos, watching people go to garage sales, seeing the things that they pick up. And that's originally what kind of a channel that I wanted to create. I had bought a GoPro camera, and that's kind of what I had wanted to do, but I kind of joined and did YouTube. Thank you, Random Rick. I appreciate it. We definitely need it this past week. Like we've all been sick and dealing with, not COVID, just my wife's dealing with like a sinus infection right now, and thankfully the baby's not sick. But thank you for your comment there, Rick. I appreciate it. But yeah, back to everything. Like I said, I never really anticipated, to be like a comic book or collecting channel. I kind of made friends in the community through Burke Family 54 Comics, and that's kind of why I initially joined, YouTube. And it's been a really nice community. I'm trying to be positive about everything right now, just like in the community itself. But like I said, I don't have anything against anyone right now. I just haven't had the chance to spend too much time, on live streams or putting out content. And part of the reason why I haven't been really wanting to push out any videos is because, I haven't had a chance to watch other people's videos. So it's kind of just like a guilty feeling when, how can I expect people to watch my video if I'm not there, supporting them and watching their video? Yes, it is really good. Like I said, community. One thing, I am a little bit sad about, it is a little bit of a cliquish community too. There's a lot of people that, they hang out with the same people, but I think that it's great though. I'm not watching a lot of the channels that I initially watched when I first started watching YouTube. I've been more gravitating to the smaller channels. I think, the personalization that people have, with the smaller channels. I just like that much better than, like I said, the bigger channels that I initially watched. But yeah, like I said, that's a little bit of what's been going on with me and why I haven't really put too much out there. I mean, I've got a lot of videos right now in the queue. Not really a lot of comic book community videos, more along the lines of like garage sale and resale stuff. In fact, I'm debating whether or not to go on live later today because I've picked up a lot of stuff these past 2 weeks and I just haven't really had a chance to film them. And some really cool stuff I picked up yesterday. I was very happy. I didn't go to too many garage sales or community sales, but yeah, so I ended up going onto Amazon. I picked up some BCW bags and boards. I think they were pretty inexpensive, maybe $30-something for like 200. The only disappointment is that these bags and boards, these are warped. They came in a big giant box. And, if these were for my comics, I would be really disappointed. But considering that they're just for these cards, I don't, I'm not too, upset about that. Another thing I'm kind of disappointed with Amazon is, I typed in comic book mailers. I would normally have bought a Gemini mailer. I ended up picking this up. Unfortunately, it will not actually fit a comic book. But the way things work on Amazon, if people sponsor, like their listing, so yeah, this wouldn't actually fit. I'd have to actually cut this, and obviously, if you're sending a comic book, this wouldn't protect it. But considering that I'm using these for these cards, I can take off maybe about an inch or half an inch here, and I can be able to ship these out. I bought these strictly for eBay and pretty much probably Whatnot, because I wanted to be able to start selling some of these cards. I ended up buying, like I said, about 600 of these. And right now I'm just essentially going through what I'm keeping for my collection. This is pretty much probably like the what I would consider like the holy grail. It's an original Boba Fett card. Yeah, one of the gentlemen that had bought for me on eBay, they were very concerned, asking me, can I please, package it well? Because I guess apparently somebody that was sending them to him in the mail, I guess just put them in like a bubble mailer or something, and the cards got bent. So I had to like tell the guy, I don't do business that way. I protect things really well. I'm a collector first and foremost, and so that's kind of why I do well at my store. I take good pictures. I make sure that I describe things well. I don't like people to be, disappointed when they buy stuff from me. So yeah, there's a lot of these cards that I have. I think this is a, I think this is a variation. That's why I'm keeping two of them. But it's really, some of these cards that I bought are really nice. They're still unpunched, which is what a lot of people like. These never actually sat on a peg. And I didn't really think that these were as valuable as some of these are. The original 12 cards, are probably the most desirable ones, as well as I think the 20 figure cards, the ones that offer like Boba Fett on them. But yeah, like I said, I enjoy these cards. The rectangular sticker is like well, for this one here, this is originally from Toys R Us. So on the cards themselves, there's a spot right here. Most stores would put their price sticker on them. So this is an original Obi-Wan 12 carded figure. Back, I kept this one here because it's still unpunched. It's not in the best condition, but I ended up keeping like the best two that I had. I want to say I sold some of these already, like on eBay for like $50 or more. But yeah, some people they like to see the history of where it came from. Like this one came from Osco. But yeah, if you're just joining in or if you're just watching, just doing some bagging and boarding here of some original cards. I figured, like I said, I would talk about my absence and hopefully get back into the groove of putting, content back out there and feeling more comfortable about doing that. A part of the reason why I've been apprehensive is, I don't know. I just don't always feel like I'm the best. I don't put the best out there. I don't edit my videos. I'm kind of just doing this as fun, and I didn't really want it to take away from that fun. Hey, Digger Jim, what's going on? Hate when they do that or put it in the yeah, definitely. It definitely kind of like takes away from the attractiveness of the cards sometimes. So how you doing, Jim? Appreciate you stopping by. Just talking about different things going on in my life, and if you kind of rewind back, I talk a little bit about the baby and stuff. And right now, I'm just showing some original Star Wars cards. Some of these are cool. Like they have different variations. They'll have different offers. So this is the only one I have of this card itself. So don't know if I'm going to collect all 92 or 95 of the original ones, but I am enjoying these ones for now. Eventually, when I get like my man cave or room set up, I'd love to maybe have some of these, hanging on the wall. Yeah, definitely. My family has been coming first. I actually, Rick, I haven't figured out how many I have right now. Like I said, I want to say this person had probably all 92 figures. Unfortunately, I only bought a couple of figures from the gentleman that I bought these from, and the figures I bought were really good, expensive ones. But I'd love to just at least have the first 12 figures. Yeah, this, you know, the circumstances right now have been, kind of tough. My wife had to take off 3 months, for the pregnancy, and that kind of has, affected, things financially for us, and that's pretty much why um, I've been having to focus a lot on eBay and making sure that I am able to supplement the income that we've lost. As like I said, it's not been very easy. Yeah, if you look at pretty much, I have them all alphabetized, so they're all in alphabetical order. And then once I get these all bagged and boarded, I'll be able to figure out how many I have. I basically took the best of this collection, and that's what I decided to keep. I started to sell, like I said, the majority of it on eBay. Surprisingly, some of these cards have sold for like $100 or more. I had some Battlestar Galactica cards. The thing is a lot of people, they typically threw these away, and just how clean the bubble was ripped off on the card affects the value as well. So it's been nice. See, this one here is an Emperor offer. This is just a regular one. So I've been keeping the variations of what I have, and I think um, now that they do comic book action figure variant covers, I've been trying to collect those as well. I've been enjoying, seeing them when they come out. But definitely appreciate, like I said, all the support that I've been given, some of the friendships that I've had in the community. A lot of people have reached out to me that did know what was going on, with my daughter and everything. Have been, like I said, super supportive, even more so than people than my real life. Right now, kind of going into a little bit of my personal life. My father still hasn't even seen my daughter yet. She's 5 months old. So it's been kind of sad that I kind of have a strained relationship right now, with my father. You would think that he would be happy to see, you know, his new grandchild. So this is a pretty cool card. It's a Biker Scout. This one's still unpunched, so it's never actually sit on the peg shelf. This next one here, it's a Boba Fett card. It's another one just like this one here. And I don't know if I would part with it. I think that if I did, it's probably like a $150 card. But I like to keep some of these things here just in case, because God forbid something happens and I need money. It's kind of easy to get rid of the more valuable stuff that people are looking for. So yeah, this is pretty much the desirable one. It's like the rookie card, I would say. Again, it's a different placement of the sticker than on the other one, and the other one is not as the other one's a lot cleaner, whereas this one here, the bubble was kind of ripped off, not so gently, and it's kind of sad because on some of these cards, the proof of purchase was cut out because obviously you send in the proof of purchase to get the figure. So on some of the valuable cards, unfortunately, the proof of purchase was taken out, and it definitely affects the value of it. But yeah, if you're just joining, I see there's 3 people watching. I'm just bagging and boarding these Star Wars cards that I've decided to keep for my own collection. I took the best that I found, and I'm not sure I have all of the ones, all of the cards in the collection, and I think I'm probably going to more than likely finish collecting them. Yeah, time is short. That's why I gotta spend as much of time as I can with my family. My oldest son is 23, and the next one is it's going to be 20, and that time with them has gone by so fast. I mean, they're really good kids, and thankfully, I raised them right. They have jobs. They're on their own. They're not living at home. But I miss them. It's like they don't call like they used to. I think they're kind of putting me through what I put my mom through, not being able to be in constant contact. If I hear from my son, you know, once every few weeks, that's probably about normal. And this one here is unpunched. Yeah, just like I said, I wish I wish the kids would remember more to call, like on holidays and birthdays and things like that. Fortunately, like I said, you get to a point where they spread their wings and they kind of forget things that their parents, miss them and things like that. So this one here, yeah, it's a pretty cool. It's a removable limbs. This is a cool figure. Fortunately, the proof of purchase was cut out on that. That's the only one I've got. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hanging in there. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of talking. If you catch the rewind, or you catch the beginning, I kind of wanted to share why I've kind of had a little bit of an YouTube absence, and what's going on with the family. It's been kind of rough, with the baby, and her health complications, and I still have the medical equipment here in the house, her breathing equipment and stuff like that. So yeah, this is an original 12 carded C3PO. This is the only one I've got left. I decided to keep pretty much all of them. Ah, yes, it's good song. Hey Tyler, what's going on, brother? Hey, appreciate your shout out. I didn't get a chance to comment on your video. I definitely appreciate the support. Again, yeah, dude, it's been a long time. Hey, appreciate you, Cole. Yeah, it's been a long time. I figured I'd go live, do some not comic book bags and boards, just action figure bags and boards. Kind of miss being on YouTube, miss everybody. Haven't been able to post much content. Hey, what's up, Chris? Appreciate everybody stopping by, man. Thank you so much. But yeah, just sharing my bagging and boarded of these action figures. A lot of these, didn't really make it. They kind of were thrown away. This one's cool. I think I got two of them here. One's from J.C. Penney. The other one here is just a regular card. Yeah, and the guy took really well care of them. There isn't too much damage here on the bubble, so this is definitely what you want to look for. I haven't priced this one out, but man, some of these are pretty expensive, man. Hey, like I said, I was talking about like my absence, and family's important, man. You got to spend time, with them, and because they don't stay young very often or very long. You got to be able to enjoy the time that you have right now. Hey, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by again. Figured I'd just go on for a little bit, do some bagging and boarding, see who'd want to hang out. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I think Tyler, you putting yours on the wall and in display. I think that kind of made me want to keep these. Again, not sure I have the whole set. I think there's 92 reported ones to complete, but I think there's maybe 95 in the U.S. There's definitely no way I'm collecting Yak Face. That's like a really expensive figure. If you take a look at it on eBay, again, I decided to keep the variants. Like this one here has a Boba Fett offer, so I decided to keep that one. Cole, you did send me something in the mail. I actually partially opened it. I think it was something that you had bought at a con. I haven't had a chance to actually unbox it. I have a lot of content right now just sitting there waiting to be put out there. So this one here has got the Emperor offering, and the proof of purchase was cut out. Again, if you're just joining, a lot of people cut out the proof of purchase to send out for like a free figure. So this one's from the Return of the Jedi. A lot of times the artwork will be the same for like Return of the Jedi as it is for like the Empire Strikes Back. Hey, appreciate you stopping by again, Rick. Have a great day too, man. Appreciate you supporting. Yeah, like I said, I just started putting some on eBay for auction because some of the cards are really rare, and especially if they're unpunched, meaning they never actually sat on the card peg. Yeah, it makes a big difference. Yeah, like pretty much this is probably the grail of cards right now, the Boba Fett. Yeah, like I said, I've been just I've been sick this past week. I know I messaged you on Instagram, and so that's pretty much part of what I've been dealing with this past week. Unfortunately, I'll tell you, as much as people didn't like, I think the Return of the Jedi's for the Ewoks. I think these cards are pretty cool. All right, gotta go find some more bags. Hold on one second. Yeah, I don't think I have enough bags and boards for all of the ones that I had bought. I have essentially like a long box full of these cards. I ended up making a deal with somebody, and I think I have a video in the past uh, showing, I guess, me picking them up. I ended up making a deal with a guy. I bought a $1,200 statue for him. I picked it up in Ocala. So between the gas and the price of the statue, um, that's pretty much what I bought for 600 cards. So pretty much $2 a piece. That's a great price. Considering I sold some, for I think 100 or more. Hey Dan, appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, I know these are not something you see every day. This is the original 12 figure card for Darth Vader. I only have one of these. I actually didn't have another one in the collection. I guess you only need one Darth Vader. So that's pretty much probably why I have one. Yeah, maybe I'll show you what I picked up yesterday. I ended up going to, like I said, a community sale. It's pretty cool because I didn't pick up too much. See, another Darth Vader here. Same graphics as the other one. This one is not a 12 figure card. This is a 20 figure card. It's got the Boba Fett offer on it. The proof of purchase was taken out. For some reason, like I said, the 12 figure cards, the 20 figure cards, and then the Power of the Force cards, these here, these are probably like the most desirable ones. Power of the Force was part of the last 17 of the figures in the Star Wars Kenner line. So I think there's a lot of people that are nostalgic for it because it actually came with a coin as well as the figure itself. But yeah, like I said, maybe I'll go live later and show you what I picked up. I ended up picking up this Coleco Frogger machine. I paid $20 for it. For if it was not working for parts, this is maybe like a $40-50 item, maybe. And I also picked up this Miss Pac-Man Coleco. So I'll show you what these go for and everything later. I think that was a pretty great find. Yeah, the coin, like I said, I do like the Star Wars coins, man. Those are pretty cool. They actually go for pretty good price. So the Power of the Force was the name of a movie a shady guy in a van tried to get me to start. No, that was Kenner's line. That was Kenner's way of trying to continue to create action figures without movies. Kenner had the license to do these Star Wars figures, and by the time I think that these came out, they were like, I think it was 84, 85. So a lot of the people that were originally purchasing and buying these figures were too old and not interested in it. So two different style cards, both from the Return of the Jedi. Well, Mark, you would have been the star of the show. I would have paid to go see it in the theaters. Yeah, I decided, like I said, to keep these because I figured a lot of times with my collecting and purchasing like collections and things like that, I tend to regret later on selling some items because sometimes you can keep pictures and it's nice to reminisce on the things that you buy. This one here is from The Empire Strikes Back. So yeah, if you go onto Amazon and you buy some BCW bags and boards, don't expect them to be perfect. That was something I was explaining earlier. All the bags and boards are warped, but considering that they're just for these cards, I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to put it to where they're protected because, like I said, I've been going and selling these. So this is a Death Star Squad Commander. Strange thing is, actually no, they actually made another version of this. This is part of the original 12 as well. Again, cool part is it's still unpunched. This one is from some place called Venture. I never heard of that store. Hey, good morning, Dale. Appreciate you stopping by. So if you're just joining in, I'm doing some bagging and boarding of some original Star Wars action figures. In the beginning of the video, I have kind of talked a little bit about my absence from YouTube and what's going on in my personal life. And I think, like I said, part of why I kind of stopped. This is actually a really expensive card. I think the one I think I sold one. I think it was almost like $100 for this card. Part of me not really wanting to put content out there is because I've just been feeling apprehensive. I've been not really totally confident about everything that I've been, putting out there on YouTube. I haven't really asked anybody to, push me or, put anything out there for, getting subscribers. I'm kind of at that 200 mark, and I've supported other people that were lower than me, and I just, like I said, I know that it's work, putting stuff on YouTube, and if I want to gain subscribers and followers, and I have to put the work in, and like I said, I haven't really been that much interested in doing so because this is just for fun. I never, like I said, anticipated being a comic book channel initially when I joined YouTube, that I kind of talked about in the beginning. I was just doing so because I don't know, Burke Family 54. I was just trying to, be part of the community a little bit. Just put some content of sharing what community wins that I've made and things that I purchased. And like I said, initially I just kind of wanted to just do YouTube for, garage sales and things like that. Hey, brother, you have no idea how thankful I am of the mail that you sent me. I haven't had a chance to message you on Instagram because I've been sick this past week. I had an upper respiratory infection. I've been in and out of bed, and really, just like I said, lot going on right now. But your letter in the mail meant a lot to me, and it came at the best time because of what I was going through. I think I got it Saturday, and what I was going through, it made my day, dude. It really did. I can't thank you enough. I wanted to tell you I appreciate you so much, and I didn't really want to not acknowledge it. And I'll definitely do something for you again in the future. Yeah, hey Dan, they made the same figure, just gave him a different name. The Death Star one is the second one because yes, yes. So yeah, I'm glad I got some people that definitely know the knowledge of what's out there. What's up, Scott? Appreciate you. Thank you, Scott, for your friendship. I definitely appreciate it. You're one of the people that have, reached out to me, um, and the things that have been going on. So I appreciate you, Scott, man. You're one of the guys that your friendship means a lot to me, brother. What's up? 22 Comics. If you're not subscribed to this man, check out his content. Check him out on YouTube. Check him out on whatnot. Check him out on eBay. This man is the man. Appreciate him, man. He's an awesome member of this community. Yeah, like I said, thank you, man. I just like I said, I don't like I said, I haven't been having an opportunity to you know make friends, the friendships that count to me, um meaningful. So yeah, these are different variations. Obviously, this is an Emperor um offer, so that's why I'm keeping it. Hey man, no worries. Like I said, I kind of figured, man. I know you said you just were finding a time to watch it or to take the video on it, so totally understandable, man. um I mean, there's stuff. I mean, I won something from Trev, the shipping guru. He's an awesome member of the community, and it's just sitting there in my queue. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I love Star Wars, man. The original stuff is so awesome. Thank you too, man. Um, I was kind of disappointed, man. When they did the Mandalorian and they kept the original actor. I think they really kind of messed it up for me a little bit. They made Boba Fett not as cool as he was. With all of this backstory of um, the Rancor monster and how he's like, he has affection for one person. Just I don't know, man. It really messed up the lore for Star Wars for me, with some of this new content. Again, this is a carded figure that's unpunched. Pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, I missed your subscriber giveaway. I missed putting an entry into it. This past week, like I said, has been brutal for me. Just on a health level, I haven't been able to. I just haven't been able to function like normal, man. And right now, if you're not aware, man, I take care of my 5-month daughter while my wife's at work. And like I said, my daughter has some health issues and concerns because when she was born, they had to keep her in the NICU for a while because her lungs were underdeveloped and she was having issues. So we had to come home. The only way we could take her home was if we had oxygen equipment that we still have here, in our home. And part of the reason why we can't take it home is because I don't know if you're familiar with, but RSV is hitting a lot of young children, and it's actually pretty serious. So they won't let my daughter be without the equipment because in case if she did get RSV, her getting equipment back would be really hard to happen. So that's why they haven't ordered the equipment to go away from home. Yeah. Yeah, it does suck. And like I said, man, my daughter, if you watched the beginning, I talked about like how my daughter got the flu B this past week. I thought I had gotten it, but I actually tested negative. And unfortunately, I got sick. And I thought, if I caught the flu, I'd get over it pretty, good. But like this past week, man, whatever I got, I think they diagnosed me with the upper respiratory infection. But it was worse than like getting hit with COVID. So I'm not really sure, what took place. I like this card, this Greedo card. This is another card that's actually worth quite a bit. I sold one. It wasn't in as good condition as this. I can't remember if it was like 50 or $75. It's a definitely a good card to have. Yeah, I know. Like I said, a lot of kids are getting sick. My wife's a teacher, so um, we see firsthand what kind of goes on, and that's really hard, man. If you're in the medical field, if you're like in a position where you're dealing with a lot of people in the public, man, it's hard to keep yourself safe, keep your family safe. Definitely appreciate all those people on the front lines that had to do a lot during COVID. Yeah, this is another figure that actually is an expensive figure. The Like I said, I think I mentioned before, the 20 figure line, the 12 figure line, and the Power of the Force are ones that were very highly desirable. Yeah, the sticker on Greedo's face, I know it kind of sucks. I think if they would have added some of the elements of the OG lore, he'd still be a badass. A Boba Fett head, set Chewbacca on fire, and recent comic book stuff. Yeah, like I said, I'm not totally disappointed with the series. I think the Mandalorian definitely has saved the franchise. I can't wait. I think it's like March 1st when that comes back out. My son, who's you know not really familiar with too much with Star Wars, loves Star Wars. So this is a really really nice figure here. This is the original 12 Han Solo. Again, another one of those cards that are very desirable. Very cool. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm happy to be back, and I tried not to let some things that kind of happened um, in the community kind of like set me back. Um, I didn't really want to talk negatively about anything that's kind of going on, but um, I just have been trying to be positive. There was a point in time here that I was debating whether or not I was going to continue doing YouTube. But there's been a lot of people, um, yourself, yourself. I mean, just so many people that have been, so supportive and kind of made me decide, man, I just can't really leave. Um, I just can't. I can't miss you. YouTube is like part of my life right now. I mean, it's always kind of been in some way, aspect, form. I don't really watch too much stuff, like on TV. I don't do much stuff outside of being, around my family. Right now, I'm actually watching the Arrow series. I think I'm on season 4. It has been absolutely enjoyable. I absolutely love the Arrow. Hey, hey, Miss Tootsies, I appreciate you stopping by. Nick, dude, I got your shirt on. Love you, brother. Yeah, these Star Wars backs, I absolutely love them. I've decided to keep, one of each one, the best of each one. Some of them I have doubles of because I don't really want to part with them because some of them are really hard to find. So, Tyler, I'll have to send you out something in the mail. I found something that I was looking for that I had wanted to give to you before. So, at some point, I'll be sending something out to you. Again, a lot of these cards they had special offers, so they're kind of cool. They're interesting. I try, like I said, I'm trying to keep all the different variation of cards here. Yeah. So if a lot of people don't know, I live like in the capital of Disney area, and I pick up a lot of cool different stuff, Disney related. So this item here I actually picked up recently. It's actually from the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So this person got it when it first came out. I'll have to show probably like later. Um, but it actually is electronic. But it's pretty cool, man. I actually like this. It's very surprising. Um, yeah, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I decided to do kind of like a comic journey style video here. I normally like don't shoot like this. Figured I'd try to get on. Wasn't sure how long I'd be on. This is actually taking a lot longer. The bagging and boarding of what I got here. Um, like I said, originally the collection I bought was 600 cards. This is Han Solo in his trench coat. Yeah, so 600 cards I had to go through. I ended up parting through, some on eBay. I figured I'd probably try to maybe do like a Whatnot sale, see how that does on Whatnot. I think this would be pretty good for Whatnot. I think there'd be a lot of vintage collectors. I ended up buying some, uh, cardboard mailers to put these in. Strangely enough, I typed in comic book mailers, and that came up. But unfortunately, they actually don't fit these cards. They don't fit a modern bag and board. So I have to actually cut it to make it fit. So this is an Imperial Commander card from the Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a tuca. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a tuca. It's a creature. There's like several of them. If you look on eBay, they're actually pretty expensive. Someone was selling, I think, like 275. I thought they were pretty cool. I never had heard of them before, and I bought it because the person wanted. I think they wanted like $20 for it, and I think, like I said, that one goes for like maybe 75, and I don't think I want to part with it. One of those things where I hate buying things, selling them, and then later regretting them because I never come across them again. Wanted to know what thought about the Obi-Wan show. I actually enjoyed it. You know, I like Ewan McGregor. I thought he was a pretty cool character or actor. I kind of like the movies that he's in. So here, yeah, again, I have 3 different cards. So this one here is an Imperial TIE Fighter. This is with the Emperor offer. This one here is with a 4 Alam offer. And then here, this is another one with I think it's pronounced 9 Nub. So there's 3 different cards, 3 different offers. I think when you go like online, some of them are considered like A, B, and C, based on, I guess, what the artwork is or maybe where it's from. Because some of these were here, some of these are made like in Taiwan, some of them were made in Hong Kong, and then later on, I think during the Ewok cards are like made in Mexico. Brother Louis, freaking Louis. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. I miss, like I said, I miss everybody in the community, man. I figured like I said, hop on, see how things would go. Like, yeah, I was gonna go on last night, but I think Tylox the Mighty was on live, and I think Remy's Place was on, and I don't want to compete with anybody right now. I just kind of wanted to just take it easy, and just kind of get a feeling of how things would be, moving forward, and decide, like I said, whether or not I wanted to kind of stay on YouTube. That was kind of like one of the things that I've been dealing with lately, whether or not it's worth me staying on YouTube, if whether people enjoy my content or not. Because I want it to be fun for me, and I don't want people to be like, oh, dude, I have to watch his video because I'm subscribed to him. I don't. That's why I'm not pushing, for subs. I'm not trying to do anything, other than organically grow. And if somebody likes the content, then great. I never, like I said, initially wanted to be a comic book, creator or anything like that. Again, if you take a look at this is a Return of the Jedi Jawa. This one here is a 20 card Boba Fett offer. They use the same artwork, just a different card. And then here, this is the actual original, 20 card figure. No, actually, there's a 12 card figure, I believe. But yeah, this is a harder one to find. Again, it is still unpunched. I love collecting, and that's part of why I like reselling and buying collections, because you never know what you pick up. I have a hard time finding comic book collections. I can't think of the YouTuber that's near me here, but they're constantly picking up collections, and that's not really something that I've been able to have an opportunity to, because the Orlando market is a really saturated market for comic books and such. So I have to think outside of the box. I have so many Star Wars collectibles. I've been on the search for the older Star Wars comics lately, and it's hard. Yeah, I mean, I think that people are starting to realize just how nostalgic the past is. And I used to have a lot of Star Wars comics, and unfortunately, I think I got rid of some in garage sale, probably like in the early 2000s. I got rid of a lot of my collection in the 2000s. Kind of wish I didn't, because I used to have, I want to say from X-Men 119 through like 315. I had the whole run, but I decided I went through like my collection and I was like, oh, I don't want to collect X-Men anymore. I didn't want to continue to, carry all of these um, short boxes, long boxes. You decide to keep only what you really want. And fortunately, like I said, like I ended up getting rid of my X-Men collection. You would think I'd have like the first Bishop and have a lot of those books, and I actually don't. I don't have that book. That's one of the books I probably want to put on my list. I got to make a list. I think what was it, 22 tagged me on 10 books that I'm looking for under like a certain price. So that's one of the books I have to put on my list. Yeah, definitely had to take a little step back on collecting. Having the baby, having a lot of unexpected expenses. I've kind of put my goals list of books I would pick up. I mean, even when I found out, my wife was pregnant, I pretty much had to stop buying. I've been only buying, for the collection, or actually for reselling. And, I've been having to part with a lot of stuff lately because right now, like I said, finances are not, as good as they used to be, because my wife had to take 3 months off. And the thing with being a teacher, when you work, from like August, like my wife works from August from May. So the time that she accumulates working through those months, some of that money goes towards like the months that she's not working, June and July. So like the 2 months that, you're not working as a teacher, is being paid by the time that you've actually worked during your regular, contract. So unfortunately, I think, it's affected us, I think, to the point where I think, my wife lost probably like 20,000 of her salary. So I wasn't really sure if I'm going to be going to Heroes Con. My family, actually, my brother and sister-in-law are actually here from Charlotte right now, visiting in Orlando, my in-laws. And we couldn't visit them because, like I said, we've been sick this past week. We didn't want to get them sick. And so, my wife said to me, hey, when is Heroes Con? And I said, I think it's like June 12th through the 14th, or 13th through the 15th, whatever it is. And so we were kind of talking about that yesterday. So I'm not 100% sure I'm whether or not I'm going to be there or not. Only because the place that it's kind of strange. My in-laws, my brother-in-law, he works for American Airlines, and because of like the market right now, he's not buying any home. He's actually been staying in a hotel pretty much the whole time that he's been working. He used to actually live in downtown Chicago. He used to have a condo there, and so he's happy that he's not doing that anymore. So I guess he's okay with like renting a hotel essentially every month. So the place that he's been staying in is like right by the airport in Charlotte, and we stayed with him just before we had our daughter. And so we got a really good rate. I think it was like $50 a night, and it was like a really nice hotel. And so I'm thinking that if we can get some kind of deal where it's affordable for us to go stay at that place again, we might actually do it. I mean, we're not taking any, flights to go there. It would just be a straight drive. So I definitely would love to go to see everybody. I think Nick had mentioned to me something like, hey, I hope to see you there. And I think, just making those kind of Nick, just making those kind of comments saying, hey, I wish I would like to see you there. I wish you could go, like it makes me it touches my heart, man, and it makes me want to go, and it makes me want to stay in this community only for the fact that for someone to say that they would they they hope I could make it and stuff like that. Like I wish I wish I could go. Dude, that's like right behind me. It's like right there. I told you, brother, man. I gave you my number. You're welcome to hang out with me anytime, bro. I mean, it's a little bit harder now because I have the baby, but dude, man, I would go to MegaCon if I had like somebody to like go with. I don't like to go by myself. It's just not really something I want to do. But I definitely go to MegaCon. It's like right behind me, man. I'm right here. Dude, I was gonna go last year. Like I said, I went to the actual store that they run in Charlotte, and I had picked up one of their like little flyers, in regards to MegaCon. And I was like, dude, I'd like to go. And then, like I said, we had the baby. But I did. I was actually lucky enough to meet Mark with Legion of Comics, during that visit of driving to Charlotte. So I think that's been pretty much, like I said, one of the highlights. Me being able to meet Mark. Mark's such an awesome member of the community. So yeah, don't know if I have all the Leia cards, but I've tried to keep whatever ones that I could. Actually, I still have the original one. I haven't come up to it yet, but it's still in here. The 12-figure card. So sad that she passed away, and I kind of feel like upset that they killed off Luke, obviously, and they kept her around, and then unfortunately now they're gonna have to like do something with her in reference to okay, yeah, like I said, I don't know, I guess I haven't purchased any tickets or anything for it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in reference to it. Definitely would love to go though. Sorry, joined some iced coffee this morning. Yeah, so some of these cards probably you haven't seen some of these figures, and it's like why did they make this guy? They could have made other guys. So again, ended up keeping different variant card. One is a survival kit card, and again, it's sad. The only one I have has the proof of purchase cut out. So not sure if I'm gonna like upgrade it or what I'm gonna do. Again, I'm just essentially just looking to keep whatever ones I have right now in this collection. People, people sometimes if the cards are good enough, they will actually recard them. You if you go on eBay, you can actually see it'll say like recarded. But yeah, I mean, if you can't, some of the figures are getting to be really expensive. I was very surprised. Like I'm trying to see if I can find it. Yeah, like this figure here, the Amana Man figure is again part of the last 17 figures that they made for the Power of the Force line. This is, I think, like a $350 figure with his staff. Yeah, just again, it's one of those things. If you're like a collector of comics and different things, it's markets are you know sometimes hot. I know the market's kind of down right now for comics, so it's probably a good time to buy. But yeah, it's hard though. If you didn't collect at the right time, sometimes some things that you want to buy are hard to obtain. Again, this one here is unpunched, never sat on a peg shelf. Again, some of these cards are really good. He did a pretty good job on taking the card out and not ruining the graphics of the main part of the figure. But man, I miss Toys R Us. I absolutely miss Toys R Us. I wish it was still around. I took my son, to the one here in Orlando before it closed, and he absolutely loved it. He's like, definitely disappointed. Fortunately, it's like unless you go to like Target or Walmart, those are like the only two places you can pick up carded or action figures nowadays. Probably one of my favorite cards coming up here is the original Luke. Absolutely love. I think I love the graphics of this card. It's such a cool. I love Luke Skywalker. I think he's probably like my favorite, character in the franchise. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome card. Again, this card here, I don't remember how much it's worth. It may be worth like $100, $150 card by itself. it is part of the original 12 cards. And I decided, obviously, that I was going to keep both cards. I have both here, same 12 figure card. This one here, I've got here is part of the 20 figure card. It says collect all 20, so that's what's considered a 20 figure card. Again, it's a more desirable card also. It's because of the Boba Fett offer on it. Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, glad that you could hang out with me for a little bit that you did, man. Love you, bro. Yeah, dude. My friend did not believe me when I was talking to him about how expensive it was for eggs and even milk. I was like, you know, when was the last time you stepped in, to a grocery store and saw that? It was crazy. I hope that things get better as far as like the prices and such. I think part of that has to do with like the bird flu or whatever it is. Yeah, like I think what I miss most about Toys R Us is the exclusive toys. Like a lot of times you would have like the Marvel build a figure. There was some figures you just couldn't get otherwise, unless you got them there. Just the insane amount of space that they had for product, man. I just feel like the emergence of Amazon, Walmart have really killed like all of the mom and pop and brick and mortar stores, man. It's just really sucks. Um, I mean, places like Sears. I don't even know if they have any more locations. But I remember going to Sears back in the day. If you wanted a craftsman tool, if you wanted clothes and things like that, you go to the mall, try it on, get yourself whatever you needed. Now it's like you gotta go and order stuff online, and half the time the stuff doesn't fit, and you gotta return it. It's like I kind of miss the way things are going right now, man. It's like everything's going digital. Another cool looking, Luke card, Empire Strikes Back. Again, they made different figures, different card artwork, same movie line. But yeah, definitely appreciate everybody stopping by and just hanging out with me right now. Like I said, wasn't sure like I'd be getting anybody's attention this long. Wasn't sure how long I'd be on. I don't even know if I have enough bags and boards for everything here. I don't doubt that. I'm sure that kind of sucked. But I appreciate the pins you gave me, man. Those were pretty awesome. There, I haven't forgotten them. I still have them, man. I think they're pretty cool. Jeffrey the giraffe, man. I thought he was a pretty cool looking mascot and stuff. Did they? Like I said, I don't even know, but I know that they made quality tools and stuff, and everybody was very loved or sold on the brand. You could return it. No questions asked, things like that. Um, yeah, it's good when companies can stand by their product and stuff. Dude, another card I love, I absolutely love this X-wing pilot, Luke. Another 20 figure offer. Again, if you see the Boba Fett, it's usually a 20 card offer because that's how many figures are shown on the back of the card. Yeah, I'd be pretty much doing this by myself. So I figured kind of just sharing this because I don't think I did when I did my original video. I showed people some of these cards. I went through them, but I had multiples of some of these, and again, wasn't sure if too many people would be interested in seeing these up close. I didn't realize that they had made like 96, 92 figures, and there's somewhere around like 95 to 100 made. There is a set that I have. It's I think the Rebo and Snoodles and Rebo fan set. It wasn't a carded figure. It was actually like a box set. So it is considered part of like the 100 figures that the Kenner original Kenner line made. So what is everybody doing, I guess, today on Sunday? Any plans for anybody? I think right now, I already picked up some stuff that I had ordered from Walmart.com. So I figured I'd just do this, maybe go live later or go live tomorrow, show some of the garage sale stuff that I picked up in the past few weeks. But nothing else really going on. When Toys was shutting down the stores, had to send back the Jeffrey suit, had to create and all. I tried to see if I could get one. I would imagine like the secondary market on some of that stuff was getting to be very expensive. I actually bought I had bought one of those store displays for one of these products or action figures called the Grocery Gang, and I think I sold it for like $200 or $300. Some of those displays that were only like privy to Toys R Us, man, they're very highly desirable. Cleaning my kitchen, yes, that sounds like fun. I think my wife did that yesterday, so we are all caught up on our responsibilities at the home. But everything's pretty good. I appreciate you, listening. I got to make an episode of Comic and Collectible, and Collecting with Thurs is having a subscriber giveaway. Yeah, I know I've seen a lot of him, on a lot of people's channels and everything. I haven't had a chance to actually check him out. I know, like I said, this past week has been anemic for me watching videos on YouTube, which is part of, like I said, the reason why I feel guilty of not wanting to put my own content out there. Because if I'm not watching everybody's videos, I just don't feel right putting out videos myself. And like I said, I know that kind of seems kind of strange, but that's just how I am. It's just the kind of person that I am, Yeah, this one I had to keep. I had to keep two of them. This is an original 12 carded Princess Leia. So very happy to have quite a few of these. I sold one recently on eBay for $100. I wasn't trying to be super crazy on the price. But yeah, if you ever find this card, like even at like a I don't know mall or whatever, or antique mall, it's definitely worth picking up. And again, this is from the Empire Strikes Back. Again, they use the same artwork. This is obviously a different offer. It's got the survival kit on it, and the backing is also different than the original 12 figure pack. And again, a lot of people would cut out the proof of purchase so that they could get the survival kit and stuff. So again, it's always hard to find cards without the proof of purchase cut out, because most collectors would actually cut them out to get the free figures. Sounds like the baby's crying right now with my wife. So not sure if I'll ask her to come and bring her over here to have her first YouTube appearance. I haven't really, like I said, shared a lot about what's going on right now with my family and my daughter. But those that have, like I said, messaged me and DM'd me on Instagram, thank you so much for your support. I mean, you've been kinder to me than some of even my family members. Unfortunately, something that I brought up a little bit earlier was like, my father still hasn't even seen my daughter. It's been 5 months. So unfortunately, I kind of got a little bit of a strained relationship with my father. Yeah, definitely love these cards, man. These are awesome. I'm so glad to finally have some of these taken care of, because they've been sitting in a long box probably for the past 30 something years that the guy collected them. And he kind of made a joke when I purchased these that he was just going to throw them away, and I'm like, yeah, don't throw them away. There's value in them. It's like, yeah, I kind of looked them up. I was kind of surprised that some of these go for a lot of money, and I wasn't sure what he was going to offer me on them or what I was going to be able to get them. But $2 a piece, $2 a card has been, like I said, a blessing for me and my family. I've been able to do really well on some of these on eBay. I really like this suit. I thought it's a pretty cool outfit. I love this card. Yeah, definitely didn't think I was going to be on for an hour and 10 minutes. So appreciate everybody that has took the time to hang out with me. Again, if you watch the beginning of the video, if you're catching this on the rewind, I kind of, like I said, went into different things about me and how I've been sick this week and different things going on with my family. Pretty cool. Like I said, it's unpunched. And I don't know, some people do like where the card came from. It kind of gives it history. This one obviously is a Toys R Us figure. This looks like it's made out of clay. It doesn't even look like the other, figures. It's kind of strange. I don't really know the history of that character. This one is R2D2. This is a original 12 figure card. Yeah, a lot of the 12 figure cards, you'll notice the original, like, Leia and Luke there. So definitely awesome and happy to have these. Strangely, like, this card doesn't go for a lot on eBay. I think I sold one for maybe like $20-25. It wasn't as nice as condition as this one here, but that card for some reason is not highly like desirable, or doesn't go for a lot. This one here, I think is actually, I don't know why, but it was a little bit of a pricey card. This Sensor Scope R2D2. I think this is one of the cards or figures that is not listed as part of the 92 figures. So I think this is like one of the ones that people tend to forget that is was made and not on there. Yeah, like I said, just in the beginning, just talked a little bit about it. But yeah, no, I appreciate you stopping by and spending some time. Like I said, I appreciate your friendship and support, man. It means a lot to me. So I was kind of happy that when you hopped on, I was able to talk about the letter that you sent me, because it definitely came at the right time, man. Like I said, I was going through some stuff when I had gotten it, and yeah, dude, you're part of the reason why I'm happy to be on right now, and hope to continue to maybe be on YouTube. This one here, it's a very expensive card. If you find this on eBay carded, I don't know, it's like maybe like a $1,500 carded figure. Again, it's part of the 20 figure line. This one here is unpunched. The ones I sold, I think, were not in as good condition as this, and I think I sold it for like $100. This is like $100 card, I believe. But yeah, absolutely love action figure comic book cards. When I see it, I think, oh man, that's so cool. I gotta get that. I gotta get that comic. So yeah, we're in the R's again. I sorted all of this alphabetically. I figured it'd be the easiest way to do it when I was trying to inventory it and put it on eBay. I figured when I went to go look for the item or pull the item when I sold it, it'd be a lot easier to know where it is based on alphabetical order. Do I get GI Joe cards too? I would collect them. I kind of miss that. I know for me growing up, when I had the 3 3/4 inch GI Joe cards or figures, I would always cut out the file card and keep those. Same thing with the Transformers. Used to keep like the card that would explain, I guess, like the figure's attributes. I think that those things are undervalued. That's just my opinion. I would love to go back and collect a lot of the original stuff. My cousin is, I think, maybe 2 years younger than me, and he is a huge GI Joe collector. His mom never made his room into like an exercise room or reappropriated it for any other reason. He actually has his childhood room, and it still has all of his original GI Joe figures, and I'm so jealous. I'm so like, yeah, like I said, jealous of him, because I never was able to keep that stuff. My story is, I went to go visit my father one summer when I was maybe like 13 or 14. And for the summer, when I came back to go back to school, um, all of my Generation 1 Transformers, all of my original G.I. Joe, and figures and play sets and all that, that was all sold in a garage sale. And thankfully, my parents were nice enough to put that money in my savings account. But even at a 14-year-old, as a 14-year-old, I would have been much happier to have had those figures. I would have kept them from, those times until now. Um, I would have been happier with the figures than I would have with the toys. Yeah, like I said, it's what was it? Larry Hama. He did a lot of the information on the characters and stuff. If you look at, I think it's the toys that made us. I think it's still on Netflix. It's really interesting to hear about the story of GI Joe and stuff. When I was too young, yeah, when Star Wars came out, I think Empire Strikes Back had the best story, but the Return of the Jedi was my favorite because I was at the right age when it came out. I was 8. Yeah, I love the original stuff. I wasn't I wasn't a fan of the modern stuff, but I think it was what Andor, whatever that more recent series has really made me appreciate. I'm trying to think of what the one Rogue One. It made me appreciate that a lot more. That movie. I didn't like Rogue One originally as much as a lot of people have. I know a lot of people really liked it, but I think with the Disney Plus series, it kind of made me appreciate it like a whole lot more. Yeah, he's somebody I would love to meet in person, and probably love, like I said, to just hear his stories. I think he's a pretty interesting guy, just from all the interviews and things that I have heard about from him. Definitely, like I said, has a lot of history and Marvel comics and such. Another one of the desirable figures. This is obviously the Sand People. This is the original 12 figure card. So this one here is from Osco. So that's the history of this. This was $2.39 back when it originally came out in '77. So that one there, I kept the variant. This is obviously again a 20 figure card because it's got the Boba Fett. Again, they use the same artwork, just different carding on the back. And I think this one is actually pretty desirable. I think this was somewhere between like a $50 to $75 card that I've been able to sell. I had several of them that I've been able to come across in this collection. And surprisingly, I'm almost at the point where I think I'm done bagging and boarding because that's all I have. I bought 200 bags and boards, and I'm at the point where I think I'm almost out. I'll have to probably end up buying again these ones on Amazon because I think it's a good investment. I've had a lot of people already, like I said, that have bought these from me on eBay. Have been very happy with the way I've shipped them and kept them. I know one guy was asking me if I could put them in some kind of acrylic sleeve, and I'm like, I don't have any acrylic sleeves. Another one of those desirable cards. Snaggletooth is a desirable figure, and yeah, a lot of these, like I said, it's weird how they put it right there on the graphic of of the card. So I have to see on the rewind how well the video and the audio is on this. Hopefully everybody can hear me pretty well. Another card, unpunched. I don't remember Squid Head as far as a character. So I think this one here is part of the original 12 that I had showed earlier, like in the video. and I thought it was kind of interesting because this is the same artwork for the original 12 figure, and he wasn't called a Star Destroyer Commander. I think he was called the Star Commander. But yeah, they made another figure of him. This was Empire Strikes Back, but he was part of the original 12 figures. So I don't really know why they kind of did that. Seems kind of strange to me. Cool, cool. Thank you. Like I said, I ended up buying this small little webcam for I think maybe like $30 on Amazon. It had good reviews, and I kind of just wanted something different than having the one that's on my computer and getting like a full facial, view of me. I wanted it to be able to like do like a comic book journey style video. This is also this isn't the one. I don't think I have the 12 figure card in good condition. This one is actually a 20 figure offer. The strange thing about that, again, it doesn't have a Boba Fett offer on it, but Stormtrooper, for some reason, this guy that I bought this collection from, most of my cards that I have the Stormtrooper cut out, the wording on it. I don't know why he decided to do that, but this is probably the best one that I have right now, in the collection right now. And this was originally from J.C. Penney, and the cost was $2.49. Yeah, that's about the price of what most of the cards say from for the figures in 1977. I would definitely love to pay $2.50 for an action figure. You don't see that nowadays. I think the Star Wars Black Series figures are like $20 at a minimum. Another unpunched card. Pretty cool there. Again, thank you for letting me know, I guess, how everything's with the video and the audio. And here, here's the free advertisement for Nick's Kicks and Comics. Check them out. I was saying earlier, Nick, man, you touched my heart when you asked me if I was going to Heroes Con, man. I appreciate that. It meant a lot to me because, like I said, there's not a whole lot of friends that I've been able to make through on eBay, or not on eBay, on YouTube, and I kind of, appreciate everybody that's, reached out to me and has been kind, and, the words and things that you say. It makes me want to stay on YouTube. It's going to come down to the wire here on bags and boards. I'm looking, and it's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough. I got like very little left. Again, this is how they came from Amazon. They're actually kind of warped. But they were like $30-something for 200, so I thought it was a good price. And I wasn't really, like I said, worried too much about it because they're for cards. They're not for comics. So I don't think it's going to curve the card in any way. I think, like I said, from how it was being protected in a long box, I think this is much better in the long run. And another Return of the Jedi. This is what Weequay. I decided to keep both because one's a variant, one's got the Emperor offer on it. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, definitely touched my heart, man. Definitely tugged my heartstrings. Because I haven't, like I said, I haven't been on much lately the past week and such, man. Just dealing with some health issues and concerns. But yeah, even though I'm not going to have enough bags and boards here, I'll end up showing you the last couple of ones here that I have. I'm pretty much down to like the wire. Everything, like I said, has been alphabetical order. This one here is actually pretty good condition. Like I said, he didn't really rip off too much outside of what's in the bubble. So Wicket wore it. Yeah, I guess I appreciate you guys, man. You're the reasons why I'm here, man. All right, so I'm missing one bag. It might be on the floor, but I think that's pretty much going to be wrapping it up here. I don't really have much. Like I said, I think I got like one bag and board somewhere here. Yep, I've got Yoda. So I got a still bag and board Yoda. I think I kept this different. I kept the two of these here because they're actually different. On the very top here, it's got a number, and then this one here, it's got a number plus it says assortment, and it's actually different. Even though the card on the front is the same, the actual offer on the back is different. So, like I said, I've been keeping the variations, of the cards because I think it's kind of interesting. And then here's another one here. This one's a Star Wars Display Arena offer. Again, same graphic as the other two that I just showed. Here's another Yoda. This is Return of the Jedi. Here's a Zuckuss. And then here's another Zuckuss with a Admiral Akbar offer. And that pretty much wraps up all of what I've got as far as these carded figures. So I'll pretty much wrap the live stream here. And I'll see about maybe doing another live stream maybe later or something. But I ended up picking up these pretty cool Coleco 1982 tabletop machines. I ended up paying $20 a piece for them. I'll probably show you what they do if they work. Because if they do work, they're probably like $80 or more. And I think it'll be kind of interesting to see what they're like. But yeah, I ended up picking up some stuff at a garage sale yesterday. Been picking up stuff lately. I figured I'd probably kind of share that going forward. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, I almost made it to the end with the cards, but I ran out of bags and boards. So yeah, those are pretty cool. Like I said, if I can get them working, they make the value so much more. And again, dude, I appreciate all the love, man. Yeah, it's strange. I went to a garage sale. I picked up a Donkey Kong one. Unfortunately, it didn't work. But even though that it was in really good condition, and the graphics are really good on it, I sold it for like $80. So when I saw those at the garage sale, first thing I did was I jumped out the car, picked them up. I didn't even haggle with the lady on the price. I figured at the very minimum they were going to be like 40, $50 a piece. But yeah, when I go live, I'll show you if they work or not, and I think you'll be surprised to find out. Whatever I figure out, if they work or not. But yeah, man, this is it. Gonna keep it short. I mean, it's been an hour and 30 minutes, but yeah. No. Yeah, appreciate you guys, man. I'll keep it at that, and like I said, I'll try to keep up and watching videos and content and everything. So again, appreciate everybody. I'm gonna call it a live stream. Thanks for joining, and I hope you enjoyed the video, man. Thank you.